I wanted to do a quick video on my survival pack, so let's get right into it. In the main pocket in the front, I have my Gerberg suspension. I have my Swanto compass, and I've got a sharpening stone. In the side pocket here, I've got duct tape, have condoms. I think I have 3 condoms in here, and they can hold about a gallon of water each, so that's about 3 gallons of water for 3 days. This is my repair slash hunting kit. I have some needles here. And then in here I've got sinkers, fish hooks, and fishing line. And swivels. No, on the bottom here I have snare wire, so that's fishing line and snare wire. I think that's 30 gauge snare wire and 12-pound test fishing line. And then on the bottom here I have some extra little tools, some razor blades, and this is just denim. I can turn this into char cloth if I need to, and it helps to reduce the rattle from the all the metal stuff in there. Moving on to the other side here, I have some char cloth. Here I have some emergency wet fires. It's cotton. It's dipped in oil and wax. In here I have thermite, which burns at 4,000 degrees. It's another wet fire solution. This is just a little hand saw. And I've got some extra buckles, because I've had the buckles on my survival pack break. On top here, this is my meat knife. This is for processing game. On the other side here, this is my survival knife. It's a Mora Garberg. I added this bow drill socket and cordage, so if all I had was this knife, I could get fire from striking flint on the back, or I could get fire from a bow drill. This is for processing out wood and carving. Moving right along, my fire kit. I have a fire glass for solar fires. I have a magnesium bar, which can be used by itself, or it can be used in tandem with this thermite to get a really hot fire going. I have some cordage. This is number 36 bank line. A couple of pieces of flint. This is my SE steel. The fire glass will do 3 fires. The fire glass will do an infinite amount of fires. This can also do an infinite amount of fires. It also has the bow drill socket like my knife does, but it can do a flint and steel fire. And it can strike a ferro rod. In a lot of ways, both of these are the same tool, because they both can strike a ferro rod, they both can use flint, and now with the addition of this socket that I put on here, they can both do a bow drill fire. So I don't even really need this tool anymore, as long as I've got my knife. I've got 2 Bic lighters. And down in the bottom here, I've got a huge ferrocerium rod. This is the same tool that is embedded in the magnesium bar, but this is not a flint and steel fire. A lot of people think that a ferro rod is a flint and steel fire. This is flint and steel right here. This is a percussion type fire, but they burn a lot hotter sparks. I think that's everything in there. Now we'll go into the main compartment. Already this stuff here you can pretty much survive with. I've got titanium sporks. This is because my girlfriend's usually with me. My third knife. This is for processing fish. So I've got meat and game, wood, and fish. I have here a cup in case I'm out there for more than 3 days. And this is my antibiotic ointment for first aid. This cup allows me to boil water. In here I have towels, compressed towels. They work great for cheesecloth for making medicinals in the field. You could also use these as an emergency tinder. I've got wooden strike anywhere matches. In this last one I have iodine tablets. These work well for dropping in those condoms to purify water. I have some burn and insect relief liquid here. It also works well for poison ivy, and I've used this for stinging nettles. Actually, I've never had issues with stinging nettles. I use that for woodland nettles, which are similar. This is a bottle of potassium permanganate. This is useful for starting fires, purifying water. signaling for rescue, washing wounds. Excellent do-all tool there. This is super glue. It makes a good emergency fire starter. It makes good emergency stitches. Excellent thing to have in your first aid kit. All these first aid implements up here. First aid is something very often overlooked. I've got some emergency electrolytes. I've got some more iodine. This stretches a little further than these tablets do, but the tablets use 1 tablet per quart if the water is clear, 2 tablets if it's murky. This you use 5 drops if it's clear and 10 drops if it's murky, and that's per US quart. Or you can use it as a topical for cleansing your wound. I have beeswax lip balm. I can use this to make a salve, along with these towels. I've got tea tree oil, which is excellent for it's antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral. So I can add that to any salve I make and make it extra medicinal. I've got just a simple folder, utility knife, and I've got my Baco Laplander folding saw. This is my #1 saw. This is in case that one ever fails. And then I also have some bug spray. This is what I'll use before bugs bite me, and this is what I'll use after bugs bite me. And then I get some pretty intense headaches, so I have some Tylenol in here. And last but not least, I have 2 cotton bandanas. These will make excellent char cloth. They'll do tourniquets. They'll do a lot of different things. I can use them for cover. Like if it's really hot out, I could use one of these as a hat, or maybe a scarf. You know, whatever. A lot of different uses for this. That's pretty much it. That's the whole bag right there. So what do we got here? We've got cover. We've got cutting tools. We've got combustion. We've got cordage. This is cordage as well. We've got first aid. Oh wait. All of this stuff kind of falls under first aid here. This can go into combustion because you can use this to get a spark as well. This is combustion containers. There we go. containers kind of also hint at water, so we can actually move some of this stuff over there, because that's both first aid and water. And this is game and repairing and navigation. So we have cutting tools, combustion, cordage, containage, and cover. And then this is repairing and food, water, navigation. Nice round kit. Now for shelter, I can always build like a natural shelter if I absolutely need to. But that's pretty much the whole kit. So, let me know what you think.